Hi, this is Way here, and this is the end of the week, or the first week of 3.25. I want to talk briefly about the farming strategy I've been using, as well as how the build has gone so far, and what are my plans next for maybe the next week or so. First to cover what I've been doing for the past few days. Mostly been farming Abyss and beyond. Let me look for Jungle Valley. Sometimes I sustain this, sometimes I don't, so I think I'm slowly running out of it. Which is fine. So it's Jungle Valley. I'm doing Abyss on the map benchcraft. On the map crafting device, sorry. And then Abyss Scarabs on Multitude ×2. Abyss Scarab of Edifice, Beyond Scarab of Hemophilia, and Scarab of Monstrous Lineage. The Atlas tree kind of looks like this, mostly path snaking around from here to here to here to get all the Abyss and Beyond nodes. Relatively straightforward, nothing complex. Basically, we're just ramping up density and we're clicking on hordes. I'll show you what hordes are in the middle of the...
I do love the stink of victory.
Hordes are these little chests. They're actually really good rock-wise. So they don't actually... they don't usually drop that much. Well, I'm on an Obistic filter. Most of the time it doesn't drop anything really. But what I've noticed so far, I'll show you also what my strategy is for shifts. I'm not actually doing what most people are doing. I'm doing it 15 minutes for the I've gotten 3 powder boxes from Horses. I've also done like all the wine. Just on Horse. I can tell they're from Horse because the things only happen up like the Horse. I'm actually getting like pretty well on the Horse. But the reason why I'm actually done this is so these I work as well, like all the my gameplay been taking a bunch of chests on the floor, like Dolly and but the only reason why I'm doing this is because by default the Horde actually drop gold points. Right? Or gold. They actually drop gold. And so you do need to farm gold because that's how you unlock the league mechanics after hiring being able to hire and run a rank 10 Kalgruan villagers. So those are, you want to accumulate gold. There are many ways to do it. Some people have Atlas trees specifically just for gold, farming gold. Some people have hybridized trees where the focal point is both gold and loot. So I think Lucy does that as well. He has Elba with Delirium. That's how he gets gold. In this case I'm using both Abyss, Beyond, and this Horde thing to do so. So in short, each map is about basic, not too bad. Not bad. It's not that consistent. It's really okay. Most of the profits actually like maps is raw currency for one, and also abomination maps. I don't keep my abominations, I don't run them. I'm just selling all of them. dead. The reason why I didn't do that was because I've actually respect load. I've actually got enough damage at this point. So right now, as long as I have the vulnerability up and some of my conditionals up, so my POV there is 20 rage. Obviously we want to have 20 rage. We want to have 40 rage at all times. 20 rage and with vulnerability up is about 18 million DPS, I think. So more enough for Matt.
Make rounds. Chaos is watching with anticipation.
Just clicking balls. So yeah, on average, 2 Stygian Vices. I got lucky with this one. How much is this actually? 3.3 Divines now. Could level it. And a whole bunch of these things, which are jewels. 5 more corrupted ones. I usually just drop them in a dump tab. Sometimes they sell. Most of the time they don't. 7 kills. We're off on the map as well, I think. Yeah, it's not too bad. Can even try for 20 kills. Close to 10 actually. Wait a second. The suffixes are good here, not too bad. And then there's a prefix for, okay, I think we can try this for 1 divine. Oh, this is pretty cool. Okay, that's generally what it's like per map. If you look at the yeah, I got pretty mad gold here. I think I may have screwed up one abyss. That's fine. I'm
Decisions
gonna
must
rescue my so I'm gonna show you what I do with the chips. I only just do this, alright?
who's that? Hail!
I send a shipment of 300 each with a chance of failure, so I can rescue them when they get screwed over by pirates. And the pirates are great because they give you, he gives you like 30k gold or something.
Those filthy opportunists will be next. Be washed away! Face the wrath of the sea!
Pretty much just face tanking.
Sink!
Keep forgetting about it.
Be washed away! Face the wrath of the sea! Run you through! The captain always goes down with this ship.
Wait, wasn't 30k gold? Oh, it was 30k gold. Okay, great. Wait, what's 40k gold? I started off with 16, right? So that's the kind of reason why I let them fail. It's just for more gold.
Oh, good. What do you need?
Hopefully get more pirates. But yeah, I just send them nearby to the closest one, so the duration is the lowest, and then I send them to do like mostly currency. So this is blue xanthimum, just 300 over there, and thaumatic, thaumaturgic dust.
Hello.
That reminds me, I haven't actually replaced this. I believed I hired a pretty.
A wise assignment.
Holy crap! Though. He's 1,000.
The choice is made.
That's fine. Oh yeah, let's talk about the build. We forgot. Let's go to Menagerie, or just go mine. I think I'll go Menagerie. I really like going to Menagerie. Well, I should do Delve too. I haven't done Delve in a while. Okay. So I made a few small improvements here and there for this build. The items are mostly going to stay the same. I think I'm quite happy with this how this turned out. I wasn't expecting to go this route. So my initial first week POBs had different stats. I think my phys hit is lower in this one, but mostly because I'm using abyssus. But in the other POBs, I mostly pulled them from a Kaiser, and to be honest, he is a bit optimistic about the kind of rares he would have. They're a bit expensive, let's put it this way, in softcore, unless you get really lucky with crafting. And also, I think when I scaled up, well, my late game scaling in using his base was to actually run endurance charges and Ralakesh, so Ralakesh boots, hopefully endurance charge ring. Now you now know that's extremely expensive and not worth getting, but it was meant to have Ralakesh boots and then the Aunt's Anguish belt, and the reason being for that is you can ram damage as well as defenses, and you're mostly pathing left side of the tree, so it makes more sense to go this way. What I've discovered over time is that the Ralakesh boots is just massively expensive, especially at the first week. And also I discovered an alternative way of gearing that I think fulfills my criteria of a decent build, and that is I didn't expect micro distillery belt with balabalas or traitor with flagellant flask to be a thing, but it actually is a thing for Gladiator. And you have to look at it this way, right? So Gladiator, what it really wants is it's strong against many hits. It's weak against the very big hits. And so the way to mitigate very big hits generally in the past has been to just split your damage, right? Phys taken S. That unfortunately got removed. Most of it got removed. Elemental taken as chaos. So for example, Divine Flesh. It's still possible here, but you don't have. It's not as like. I mean that's for elemental. Physical is still an issue. So I feel like for phys hits, big phys hits, is the issue for this build. But big elemental hits are generally okay. Like if I look at POB, my max hit for this is like 50k for elemental, which is quite comfortable. It's phys that's probably the issue. Like phys max hit here is like 10k or something like that. It should be 20 to 25 for it to be comfortable. Okay, so why do I still like this build and why do I still think it's tanky? And the reason mainly is because there's a lot of recovery on block or on hit mechanics you can utilize that most other classes or most other ascendancies can't really utilize optimally, right? So first and foremost, you actually get this really cheap amulet that can last you all the way to late game. And it's mostly because you get block chance that goes into versatile. So this 15% block chance is going to get turned into spell block. You get life on block, which I think is also quite massive because there's very few sources of flat life on block. The only like really big ones are on shield. So this being on an amulet along with like this node here of 20 is actually quite substantial. The reason being as well is because if you're low life, whatever recovery you have that's fixed, for example it's 50 and plus this, it's I don't have that yet, but it's 70, right? And so 70 life doesn't seem to be that substantial until you realize that my max HP essentially is around 3.2k. So the amount of recovery you get off this is actually quite nice. The maximum chance of block attack damage is also really nice because that gives you when you make that lucky, right? So when you have, okay, initially it's 71% max chance to block attacks, and then when it's lucky it's like 92% or something. Yeah, so very happy with how the block life gain on block mechanics work. The other thing that was really interesting that I didn't expect was Flagellant Flask. So if you have Flagellant Flask, you're gonna get hit. Well, if you're just gonna face tank most things, you're gonna get hit a lot. Block's pretty much gonna keep you alive almost always, and then you're pretty much gonna get free flash charges. And all these flash charges, all these flasks give you max hit because this gives you max res. It gives you also overcapped res, which is great for like dealing with alter downsides, as well as what's the thing called again? Curses. I don't think he wants to buy. He joined. Maybe not. Okay. It helps to deal with curses as well. So your elemental reduction from curses, you can deal with it pretty well because you're overcapped on res by a lot. Helps deal with exposure as well. Granite Flask is just there because you don't really have very good source of PDR, physical damage reduction. PDR. You don't really have any good source of physical damage reduction, and this is probably like the best you can manage, right? When you have a micro distillery belt, this goes to 30% of flask effect for all, and then when you get this, which you are gonna be able to anyway because you're gonna path here to get the crit bleed nodes, you just need one more point to get here, and you have Natural Remedies. And Natural Remedies is one of the strongest flask nodes on the passive tree. It gives you 10% flask effect and 20% flask duration. So 40% flask effect basically means your max 5 res is gonna get turned into max 7 res. Okay, so 7 all res just off belts. You also get more armor, so that's nice as well because you don't actually have determination, so you don't have any form of armor reduction, a physical damage reduction from auras anymore. Ever since determination got nerfed, it kind of makes more sense to just go offensiveness on your auras and then, you know, solve all defenses on your gear. So yeah, this is a mechanic I didn't expect. I'm quite happy using right now. Micro distillery. Oh yeah, and this too. So recover 4% of life when you use a flask. This is 4% of your total life pool. not your current lipo. So your max lipo is 5.9, and then you just recover 4% of that every time you use the flask, which is all the time, because not only do you have Trader Keystone giving you flask charges, you also have Flagellant basically giving you a crap ton of flask charges. Alright, what other upgrades did I make? I started using tempering orbs, mainly to get reduced attribute requirements. This reduces the need for that high amount of dex. I need to find a way to reduce dex even more. Right now, unfortunately, this still needs 177. If I can get a boot that doesn't require so much dex, can actually convert some of my dex nodes to suppression. But I'll have to figure out, like, as well, what else can I do, or what can I play around with once my dex requirements are less. What else is there? Let me sell this thing first. Abomination maps, man. Can you imagine one of those, like each one has like 70 seats? That's insane.
A substantial collection of disarray.
So I think I talked about the upgrades of my gloves and boots and belt and all that. So yeah, tempering orbs on weapon, definitely to get the reduced attribute. I think I replaced this ring, the previous ring. The previous ring had int on the suffix. I replaced it for more resistances. So right now I have 65 chaos res. Previously it was like super low, so this is nice. My early res has always been capped, so it's not really a problem. Oh, I got more damage because I swapped out the Fortify with Ruthless support, and that's where you're probably gonna ask, how am I gonna get Fortify again? And I'm just been looking for Megalomaniacs with decent mods. And during Composure, you always have to have it on a small, so it kind of makes sense that if you can get it on a Megalomaniac with other useful nodes or useful notables, it'll be really nice. In this case, I got Overlord. Since I'm using a Scepter or Mace on my offhand, I still get the Fortify whenever I hit with Dual Strike. That means I can drop Fortify from here, and then I can add Ruthless, which gives me even more damage. So that puts me from 15 to 18 mil. It was 15 before, and once I added this, it became 18 mil. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Suppression you can't really cap because you're using abyssus, and if you use an abyssus, and if you can't really cap it, then you might as well go lucky. So it's 71% suppression chance. With lucky, it's 92%. It's not perfect, but still, it's pretty substantial for the amount of investment you put in. Alright, that's pretty much it. Oh, I added down here as well the endurance charges. Not only because I have enduring composure, so this is consistent, I'll always have this up. But the other reason is because I have 20% chance to avoid being stunned here, and I have about 54% chance to avoid being stunned here. 54% chance here is also going to have the 40% flask effect bonus. So if you add that, 40% plus 40%, 1.4 of this is actually 87, I think. And then when you add the 20% from, not 87, it's 87, I think it's 75. Yeah, it's 75. 54% times 1.4 is 75. And then with this notable here, it goes to 95. So you're mostly going to avoid stuns. There will be a 5% chance, but then still you have so the Brian King, so it's not really a big problem. Alright, that's pretty much it. What do I plan to do next? Okay, that's a bit of a pickle. I don't really have any ideas for now. I am quite happy to just play this for a while longer, until maybe I hit 100. I'm quite confident this will be able to hit 100 without much issues. I don't really have other build ideas in mind at the moment. I have some like things to play around with. I do know that Calandra is back, Calandra jewels are back. So it's quite possible, for example, to get very negative lightning res. So it's possible to go Darianis as a scaling mechanism. Questions whether or not I still want to play anything other than Gladiator. I might just want to only play Gladiator. If that's the case, do I want to level a new one to try try a different build, or do I just want to scrap this and build it out? Another character on top of this. I don't know. I haven't really thought it through. There are other mechanics I want to play with, but you know, I haven't seen enough videos about it. Like retaliation seems cool, but I haven't seen anything about it. Like people haven't really played with it, which is a bit sad. But yeah. Alright, that's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed this video. POB of this build is going to be in the description. Right now it's at 18.5 mil DPS. 18.3, sorry. And EHP is at 800,000. This is with EHP, block EHP. Max rate of phys is 11k with endurance charges, and about 47k for all the resistances and 23k for chaos. Not shabby. I can probably like do a video of me AFKing in like a middle of a pack of mobs and not dying, just off the block recovery mechanics as well as the flask recovery mechanics. Alright, that's all there is to it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys. I'm out. Peace. Bye.